Hey guys, this is Mike Jones, and welcome to me grading the 2020 NASCAR drivers from A to F, grading them on how good their performance was and how well they did compared to their team. And yeah, so let's get into it. If you guys don't know, I do a bunch of NASCAR content, so subscribe if you're new. And special thanks to Evil Cole Custer for making this. Alright, let's start this one off with a banger. Chase Elliott automatically an A. You know why? Because he won the championship, came in clutch the last two races to win them, won all the road courses. Boom. Chase Elliott an A. Alright, let's go with someone random. Who is this? John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek is a C. He looked strong at the beginning of the season, and then he died off and crashed a lot, I think. He did where you expect the car to do, which is run mid-pack, and that's what he did. So, yeah. Next, let's go with Recci Stenhouse Jr. I'm going to give him a D. He finished, I think, 24th or somewhere back in the points. Didn't make the playoffs. Okay, he's raced for a crappy team. I understand that. But he really didn't do anything this season, so I'm going to give him a D. Kyle Busch. Ooh. Yikes. Kyle Busch. For Kyle Busch standards, he's a C. He only won one race, but he's the defending champion, and he races for Joe Gibbs Racing. That's actually not a nice place to put him, but he didn't even make the round of 8. I think he got 9th place in the point standings, so he's definitely a C. Matt Benedetto. I think he kind of did where you expect him to. A little bit, like, disappointing, but, yeah. Honestly, pretty disappointing, because I really thought he had a chance. I mean, he really did where you wanted him to. I thought he was going to get a win this season, but he didn't. He finished about 20th or something in the standings. Didn't make the playoffs, but didn't do too bad. That's about where you expect him, so I'm going to give him a C for being average. Kyle Larson. I'm going to give him a C. He did really good, but he only raced the first 4 races. He got a top 5 and 4 top 10s, I believe. And so we don't really know what he would have done. I think he would have made it to the round of 8 or, yeah, probably round of 8 or 12. I don't think he would have made the final 4. But, yeah, he also races for Ganassi. I think he deserves a B if he would have finished the season. I think I'd be putting him in a B. But because he didn't, I'm going to put him as C. Matt Kenseth, who stole the car from him because, you know, what happened. F, I think. No, we're going to give him a D. We're going to cut him some slack because he drove for Ganassi, and he's out of his prime, but he probably shouldn't have came back. I should give him an F for Matt Kenseth standards, but I'm going to give him a D, like, minus, okay? I don't know what else to say. He struggled. He did terrible. He almost won a race, though, but he struggled, and he did terrible. But he drives for Ganassi. We're going to go D minus. Let's go with another random one. Corey LaJoie F. Terrible season for him. I think he did, like, one of the worst. They were supposed to be a better team than they were the season before because they got some help from SHR, but apparently that didn't make a difference because he did awful. Awful. I think he finished, like, 30th in points. He did the worst, I think, out of everybody who raced every race, if I'm not mistaken. Bad. I think he got, like, 1 top 10, if that. I don't even think he got a top 10. Yikes. Next, I don't even know who this is. But I gave him an F. I can't remember his name. Oh my gosh. We'll come back to him if I remember his name. But I gave him an F for some reason. He did bad. Oh, that's Quinn Huff. That's Quinn Huff. Never mind. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know your face, dude. Yeah. He didn't do good. Obviously, the team sucks, but Landon Cassell did better. He was a rookie, so we cut him some slack, but I'm going to bump him down to an F because he decided to cause a wreck going to the pits. Sorry, dude. You're like a meme because of that. Next, Denny Hamilton, A. Boom! Boom! Denny Hamilton, I believe, got like 5 wins or 7 wins or something crazy. Really good season for him. Finished in the round of 4, won the Daytona 500, A, easily. Best season for him. Once again, he doesn't win the championship when he had a good season. Jimmie Johnson, C. All right. I think that's where we expected Johnson to actually do. He just barely missed the playoffs like he did the season before. He's retiring, so I'm not going to give him a D. He's 7-time champ. So yeah, I mean, he really did what you expected him to do, I think, for his new standards, I guess. Ryan Newman. Newman is a D. I'm sorry, Newman. I really don't want to do this to you because you got injured and like we thought you were going to die and stuff, and you almost won the Daytona 500. If you would have won that, maybe you'd be a C. But no. You did pretty terrible. I know you're racing for Roush, but it's pretty bad. Obviously, you did a little better than Kenseth and all. But yeah, yikes. Terrible season for you, bud. And that's all I got to say. Brandon Poole. Brandon Poole, I'm going to put a D. I think he actually did kind of where you expect him to, so I probably should put him at a C. Let's give him like a D plus or something. But he really didn't do anything like perfect. D plus, C minus-ish. We're going to put him there for now. Michael Mcdowell. I'm going to put him at a C. I know it's almost the same, but he did do better than Poole. Poole was also like out of like nowhere. Came back. He did decent. C minus for Michael McDowell. And that's all I got to say to him. Austin Dillon. Okay, Austin Dillon, B, B plus. Austin Dillon came back after having a terrible season the season before. Won a race this season, and I think he actually earned it, unlike some races that he's won. Fuel mileage and all that. So, yeah. That's all I got to say. I think he made the round of 12 or so. Made the playoffs. Did what he was supposed to do. I think he did better than what he was supposed to do. If he would have missed the playoffs, I'd probably give him a C for racing for Roush, but he made him, so that's a B for his standards. Who is this? Ty Dillon, his brother. Ty Dillon, I'm going to give a C. He did what you expected him to do, C minus. He did terrible, which was expected. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Brandon Poole and Stenhouse, but I put him down there. And I feel bad for him because the team's going out of business, so yeah. William Byron. William Byron is a B. He won his first race this season at Daytona. Obviously, it's a restrictor plate track, so it kind of hurts a little bit to be too good. But he almost made the round of 8. Did he get... Crap, I can't remember. Did he make the round of 8 or not? Somewhere between 8th and 12th in points, which is about the same as the season before. So I'm going to put him at a B because he did improve, but he wasn't like spectacular. So that's what I'm going to go with. Kevin Harvick, A. A plus. Regular season point standings champion, by far the best driver of the season overall, but he didn't come in clutch when it mattered at the end, so that is why he's not the champion. Yeah, playoffs kind of hurt you, dude, but everybody had the same chance and you blew it. That's all I gotta say. Sucks because I was pulling for you, but yeah. Let's go with Eric Amarola, his teammate, next. I probably shouldn't give him a C, but he did make the playoffs, which is where you expect, but he didn't win a race, so he's like a C minus because he should have won a race being in SHR equipment. Speaking of SHR, let's go with Cole Custer. Let's give him like a C plus or something. I don't know. I feel like pluses are over here, minuses are over here. He did win a race. He won Rookie of the Year. He did where you expected him to do, honestly, but he did win a race, so we're going to give him a little bit more of a plus than that. And while we're doing SHR, we might as well do Boyer if I can find him. Boom. Clint Boyer. Also going to give him a C, along with his teammate, but yeah, honestly about the same. He didn't win a race this season, and he did about the same as Amarola. They're both teammates. They both are almost pretty equal. And they both made the playoffs, and I think he did a little better than Amarola, actually. He might have made the round of 12, unlike Amarola, but I'm not sure. Yikes, it's bad that I don't know this. Joey Logano, A. Pretty good season. He almost won the championship. He was second. He got 4 wins, I believe, and he started coming clutch at the end of the season, but just not good enough. So yeah, Joey Logano up there. What am I trying to say? I was gonna call him like Cole Custer, but he's not. He's Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell. I originally gave him a D, actually, but I think he actually is a C. All right, hear me out. Let's go with C minus. Okay, He's driving for a crappy team, but they did get a Joe Gibbs Alliance. But he's a rookie, so you do expect him to make mistakes. He crashed a lot of cars. I'm going to give him a C-, because I think he's the better driver out of him and Custer. Obviously, he has worse equipment. So that's what I'm going to do, is give him a C-. I think he should have done a little better just being him. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh on him, but C- it is. Let's go with Chris Buescher. Does he belong up here? Barely. I think he's barely a C-. He did better than Stenhouse. That's really all I gotta say to that, I think. Oh, they're not even teammates. He races for Roush. He did better than Newman, so I put him up there. I mean, that's literally it. I don't think he did anything. For Roush standards, I think he did about where you expect him to, too, so we're going to give him like a C- for that. Kurt Busch, boom. He's definitely up in the B's. Kurt Busch won a race at the end to clutch it up and make the round of 8, which was not expected. He also drives for Ganassi, which is a crap team. Alright. But anyway, let's give him a B for that. Eric Jones didn't make the playoffs. Being a Joe Gibbs team, he deserves a D. We'll give him like a D, regular D. I don't know if he's a D+. I feel bad for you. You're losing your top tier ride going down to Richard Petty, but your career is not over. If you do good there, maybe you could come back. But I mean, it's not your fault, but it is your fault. You didn't win a race. You didn't make the playoffs. You raced for Joe Gibbs. You should have done that. Sorry. Daniel Suarez. Yikes. Alright, you expect the team to be trash, but he did trash. I'm going to give him a D. I was going to give him an F. He did worse than expected. Yeah, he's like a D-. He didn't do anything this season except for miss one race. That was it. So yeah, Martin Truex Jr. is who decided to get picked up. I'm going to give him a B. He only won one race, but he did make the round of 8. So he's obviously better than Kyle Busch this season. Brad Keselowski had the car to beat in the championship, but he didn't. In fact, he did better than Joey Logano. If I had to do it, I would say like this, just because Chase was the champion. That is probably how good of a they should be. If this is like A+ to A to A- or something like that. Yeah, he won 3 or 4 or 5 races, I think. He won 5 races this season, I believe, the same as Chase Elliott. Honestly, he would be here if he would if his pit crew wouldn't have screwed him over twice. He lost the lead, I believe, in Phoenix because of his pit screw. I think he actually lost the lead twice, but he did lose it once, and then under green flag pit stops, they screwed him over bad, I think, but I don't think he was in the lead. So he only lost the lead once. I don't know what I'm saying. Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney is a B. He won a race, okay. He made because his teammates were up here, is he really a B though? Is he a B- or C+? Because he did exactly where you expected him to, honestly. We expected him to win a race. We expected him to do this. But if I go by those standards, then I need to bring Kyle Busch down. Because we expected Kyle Busch to win more races than one. So I will give him up here. I'll give him like a B-, Blaney. I don't know. Maybe that's too harsh on him. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace did better than expected. He improved. He gained sponsorship. He's going to race for a new team next season. That's all you got to say for that. He did better than you expected him to do. He didn't win a race, so B. Tyler Reddick. Almost exactly the same thing. He did better than you expect because Richard Childress was a terrible team in 2019, but he did better than expected. He finished like 20-something in points. But he did better than expected, so I'm going to give him a B. I think this is JJ Yaley. This is bad. JJ Yaley. Okay. Yaley. You should not be in the Cup Series. I know your team sucks, so I'll give you a D. I will give you an F+. I really don't think he should be in the Cup Series. Sorry. Joey Gase. Alright, he did worse than expected probably, so let's give him like a D+. He raced a lot of races. Ryan Preece, I expect him to be an average driver, and he didn't do that. I'm going to give him like an F plus D minus. He did better than Daniel Suarez, but I think he's on a better team than Suarez, honestly. And because I gave Stenhouse a D, I'm going to give him a F. Dude, Preece, what the heck, man. And last but not least, I don't know why I did him last. It was just random. B plus for Alex Bowman, making the round of 8, almost making the round of 4 if Chase Elliott or Martin Truex Jr. didn't win. He did have a chance to point his way in, I think. But I'm not sure. But anyway, that is what we're going with. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you would do differently. Do you guys agree with my list? Probably not. This is my opinion. And I didn't watch all of the NASCAR races at all. And then when I did watch, I watched about half the race because, yeah, I mean, it's not amazing to me anymore. I miss the Gen 4 era really bad, but you know what? Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think that's pretty consistent too. Only 4 Fs, 5 As. These guys definitely deserved A's. For sure. I think I did okay. Maybe Kyle Busch should be down, but if he goes down, then I think he should go down. Other than that, though, I think that's expected. So, yeah. You know what? Kyle Busch was actually very consistent, though. So, I think I'm okay with giving him a C. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Click the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, comment any suggestions for future videos, and we'll see you guys next time.